So Spotlight lives under texture. So if you want ZBrush to have an image, you have to first find that image and import it into the texture library. So I'm going to set import and then go find that image. Okay. So nothing happened. That's okay. Now that image is here, right? So if I click on it, then what I can choose is I can say add to Spotlight. Okay. So that's this button here, add to Spotlight. Now, the Spotlight, the way that it works is it gives you this kind of Iron Man circular menu interface, right? So right here, this one is scale, right? So you can use this as scale. If you just click off to the side, you can move your reference image around. And the two most important options are scale. And then if you go, here we go, transparency. And then if you want to move it off to the side, there you go. So now it's not on the model, but I'm still in this Spotlight mode. So what you have to do is you have to hit Z, and Z toggles the Spotlight menu on and off. Okay. With this ring still visible, you can't sculpt. You can't do anything. So you have to hit Z. Okay. So then you work away and you could move over here and compare. Okay, and that looks like it's about the right size. If you want to get rid of the Spotlight, you could just go to texture and you can just turn it on and off. And you notice there's a keyboard shortcut, which is Shift Z. Okay. So it's the same thing as going to the menu. You can just do that if you want. But Shift Z will toggle this. And then of course, if you want to get rid of it, if I had another image, I could do the same thing. I could say texture, loaded another image, and then say add to Spotlight. And each image is its own separate little spotlight. So you could have a bunch of references all around your canvas if you wanted. The last little thing about Spotlight is how it can influence your brushes. So if I get out of this mode, I'm in a Z sphere, so I can't use any brushes. But if I go back to oh, I didn't make a skin. Let's make an adaptive skin. Here we go. Now I've got, there it is, skin. So if I go to that one and I want to, work with brushes and make sure big enough. No, not working. It's too dense. Okay. DMB. There we go. So if I want to work under the brush menu, and again, these things are so buried. Samples. Every brush will have this option turned on. Every single brush in the library will have by default use Spotlight projection, which means that when the spotlight's over the model, it will use the image, which is probably not what you want. So in order to turn that off, you would have to say, well, I turn it off here. Good. But I've only turned it off with the move brush. I switch to another brush, whole same thing. You got to do over and over and over again. Okay. So that's one thing to just be concerned about with the Spotlight. Cause again, it's really easy if you're doing this and like, okay, maybe the move brush is okay, but other brushes, it might. And again, because I turned it off, let's see if I turn it back on, it would maybe not behave the way that you predict. The move brush seems okay, but other sculpting brushes, they may sort of look at the image and be like, oh, okay, if there's black and white, then we'll use luminosity to change how much it's carving into the image. Or if you want the texture, it's really common for people to grab, like I said, textures, brick, dirt, stone, because that's so much faster than trying to do all that by hand. Now, here's the other fun part. You saved your project, and then you open up the next day, and your Spotlight's gone. Okay. In addition to you having to save your file, you have to save your Spotlight. Okay, as a separate file, which also means that probably you want to make sure that everything lives in a folder, that all the images it's using, because again, if you save the Spotlight, that the image is on a network drive, and then you go home, right? There's no network, Spotlight's not going to work.